What's up? Welcome to the live. I don't know who that is that's Harden, but you ain't saying nothing. What's up? I ain't got my moderator in here today to get y'all, you know, evil initiators up out of here. So, y'all evil trolls, y'all are gonna go on my watch since I do not have my moderator. I just want to talk about, disconnecting away from the world and what it feels like, what it looks like once you disconnect away from the world. Hi BB, thank you for subscribing. When you begin to disconnect away from the world, it really is because you have a lot of questions that need answers, and a lot of your answers are exactly what you had thoughts about in the first place. So it's like when it's confirmed, you start to like slowly but surely disconnect. When you learn things that the whole entire time you wish you had learned a long time ago, you start disconnecting. Especially when you find out that, you wasn't supposed to celebrate holidays. Especially when you find that out. I admit that I was ignorant to the truth, you know, just like a lot of other people that find out the truth. And it does feel good to know the truth. It does feel good to really be able to listen, to be able to understand, to be able to gain that knowledge so that you can apply it. It feels good to be able to have how can I say this, to be able to have the brain cells to do that, because like a lot of people don't even understand that their phones and social media is frying their brain cells completely to the point where they have no time to think. They have no time to, ask questions because a lot of people are very afraid to ask questions. They feel like it's going to, ruin the moment or, they're not going to have a choice but to move away from, how can I say it? Am I saying it right? Move away from yeah. Right. They're afraid to do that. A lot of people are afraid to leave this lifestyle that they live behind. You don't even want to know the truth. Even if you do know the truth, you just want to keep it as is. You want to be able to continue to live your life as is. A lot of people are afraid to, disconnect away from the world. A lot of people are afraid to be themselves. But I'm telling you, it's okay to be alone. It really is. Are you moderating? If so, can you get Khan up out of here? Cussing, you know, just, disrupting the lab, but you will not disrupt me though. A lot of people are afraid of change. That's the truth. A lot of people are afraid of communication. That's the truth. A lot of people don't even believe in communicating anymore because communicating brings them way too close to being the authentic them again. They don't want to communicate. Even though communication is key, They don't want that. People don't. I mean, I remember when communication was key for real. Like when you were communicating with somebody, they had to give you detail. Detail was a must. Now it's like nobody believes in communication no more. Nobody believes that detail is a must anymore. They just feel like, oh yeah, just take it how I said it. Yeah, that's how I said it. And it's like, what do you mean? Can you break it down? And they get mad when you ask them to break it down. Everybody gets frustrated when you ask them why. Everybody gets frustrated when you ask them when. The what, when, where, how, why. It's like it frustrates them because they don't want to have to answer to you. They don't feel like you even deserve an answer. You disconnect from the world once you start questioning things. You disconnect from the world once you're ready to know that the truth is the truth. And you ready to accept the truth. That's when you disconnect. When you don't want to hear that shit and you ain't trying to hear none of that, you still in the world. Especially when it's very important information that you should know. It's a damn shame how people literally don't want important information anymore. You know, what they really want is reality TV, celebrities. What they want is fame. What they want is money. What they want is fun, living it up. You know what? I feel like it's just getting worse and worse and worse with the damn celebrations and the parties. I really feel like it is getting beyond out of control. I just like it. It's like every time there is a holiday, people are going insane with the celebrations, with the idolizing. It is getting out of control. And then you can feel it amongst the people because they just become so damn irritable and irritated around those days. Because it's like, I had to spend this much money, and I had to do this, and I had to do that, and the thing is, it's like you don't have to do anything. People are so obligated. People are so obligated. And it's because like the brainwashing. And I'm not taking no time away from your phone. You have to. That is the key words that live within your mind. You have to. You have to. You have to. That's why you always tell your children to never give up. Because you don't want them to know that they have to. You don't want your children to give up. That's the words that you say to them when they're children. Don't give up. Never say never. Never say never. Then when they get older, you got to start telling them they have to. They have to. It's popular as hell to be a snake. Exactly. It is. People are, I'm talking about like we live amongst the ultimate snakes. You feel like it look like any which way we walk, we getting bit. Any which way we walk, we getting bit. From every angle, we're surrounded. We are surrounded. They are swarming around us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man. You said people can't question anything this world has taught them that they love so much and adjusted to. Chase a bag for life. Y'all gotta wake up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say people, they sit here and they be like, I'm chasing a bag, right? They chase a bag all the way until they 75 and they in a wheelchair. And they having health issues. You still chasing that bag? Well, you done retired and gave up from chasing that damn bag.
I can't even chase anything at this point.
I'm just saying, for real. You can't run. People literally, it makes them get to the point where they can't question anything, just wanting just having an urge for wanting and needing money, you know, wanting and needing money and having to put your all into chasing after money. It makes your mind focus on something totally different other than questioning things. I mean, y'all done got so comfortable with the way that society is. It's to the point where, you go to a drive-through, they can cheat you out your money. They can hand you a bag that got food in there. You ain't even going to question. You ain't even going to look at your receipt. You ain't even going to check the bag for your food until you get home.
You get to the crib.
Till you get home, and now you mad. Now you mad.
Now you want to call corporate.
Right, now you want to call corporate. Now you ready to contact the supervisor, who's the manager in charge. Well, goddamn it, you should have checked your food when you was. Do y'all not know how this has been going on since I was a child? I'm telling you, I can only imagine how brainwashing was back in the 60s, in the 70s. Real talk. I know it was bad, and I know it got worse. But when I was a child, I had noticed that my mother was the only person inside of these restaurants and groceries and just businesses that was checking after everything. I mean, she is checking behind everything. She checking paperwork. She reading the paperwork before she signed. She's checking her grocery bags, checking her every receipt, every purchase that she makes. She checks the doggone receipt. Every time she goes to the drive-through, she checking her food. And I used to get so frustrated with her doing that, because I'm like, oh my God, why you keep doing this? Like, you holding up the line, you know what I'm saying? Like, but in my adult years, I do notice how important that is. How important that is to look over your shoulder and make sure ain't nobody walking up behind you so they can snatch you up. To be aware of your surroundings. Real talk. To be very careful with what you do. And I know that we're going to make mistakes, but if you already know what to do to avoid certain things, then it's very important to apply that. I applied that in my everyday life after watching how she checks behind everything. And it's like people don't do that because they believe everything that they hear and they believe everything that they see. Just because you in a drive-through and you stated, I want the number one with no pickles and no cheese, and the person on the intercom repeats after you, okay, got it. You said you want a number one, no pickles, no cheese? All right, your total is $9.04. Pull around. Right? So you get to the window, you get your receipt. You ain't even peeping the whole time. She just really overcharged you. But you ain't paying no attention, She swiped your card, overcharged you. She really supposed to charge you $10, but she ended up charging you $15.08. You don't even care because you ain't paying attention. So you grab your receipt. You put it right up underneath your dashboard, underneath the radio. Now you go to the next window, you grab your bag. You don't even know the whole time they just put fries in there. And that's it. But you ain't checking, you're unaware completely. You just know you got your food. You believe that they made sure that they gave you your exact order, your exact change, because she stated to you a number one, no pickles, no cheese. So you believe that once you get your food, everything is correct already because she repeated. You believe that the total is correct, everything. You ain't even paying attention. Now you get home, When you pull up, you clearing out your car, making sure you got everything. You got your food, you go in the house, you open the bag. What do you see? A fry. Now you pissed off. Now you throwing the bag of food. Now you yelling and cussing. Then you pull out the receipt and you realize she overcharged you. She charged you $15. Now, you see what I'm saying? I just broke that down into detail because it is very important to communicate in detail. But you see what I'm saying? It's easy for people to believe what they hear and believe what they see because you just realized that you didn't get your order. You got a fry and she overcharged you. And you realized when you got all the way home and the restaurant is 15 minutes away from your house. So now you got to decide if you're going to put your stuff back on, get in the car, and drive 15 minutes back to the restaurant. Better hurry before they close. That's what happens when you are unaware. That's what happens when you get way too comfortable with this society that we live in and you let your guard down. That's what happens. It is very important to check behind everything. Do not expect this society to pick up your slack. Don't. And take care of you. But a lot of people that is connected to the world, that has a strong connection with the world, they will never disconnect.
They hearing you teach them right now, and they denying everything you saying.
Yeah,
everything. And they probably more than likely making it about money.
Yeah,
that's what broke people.
Right. That's all they say. That's all they say.
You so deep in the world that you can't even look beyond it. Because when did anybody forget that money is the root of all evil? Why everybody want to make it about money?
Well, Paul, maybe you should say that to yourself. Because I don't know what you mean when you talk about no one wants to look at ugly people. You must be a child. Because, you know, a lot of people hate when I talk about topics like this because they're way too in too deep. They in too deep. And they not ready to come out. You know?
People so lost in the world. You see how random and negative they is. You can just see it in the comments.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's just a bunch of demons.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Any other comment, you could just expect a negative comment or a bunch of them.
I seen this. I was in this one content creator's live stream some weeks ago, and when I tell you he was talking and he was speaking some real stuff, and he had about, I want to say 1,500 people in his live stream that day, and everybody was so possessed that they were just saying nothing but negative things in his comment section. It was only a few people, a select few, that agreed with him, but the whole entire comment section was negative. And I'm like, damn, y'all really hate the truth that much. You hate it. Yeah, it's like the truth is like, it cuts deep to the point where you are ready to fight back. The truth is like, you know, hard punches to the face. And it's like, you ain't about to let nobody punch you, so you ready to fight back. That's what y'all look at when it comes to the truth. That's how y'all look at the truth. It's like, it hurts so bad to the point where you want to fight back. Nobody wants to hear the truth. Nobody wants to hear that. They feel like, you know, you antagonizing them or something like that. For real. Just because you're trying to speak the truth. All I'm saying is people don't check behind themselves no more. This society has become so comfortable in a way in being worldly. They just became so comfortable.
Yeah, but at the same time, not only in that way, people need to check behind themselves. Not only in that way, people need to check behind themselves. People need to check behind themselves in life and look at everything that they was programmed to believe and how things was taught to them to be a certain way and how this so thing called life was made up to us, right? Like get a house, get a car, do this, get that, you know, pay for this, you gotta pay for that, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Like check up on your like question it, man.
Question it.
That's all you gotta do. And then you realize this how you know people so caught in the world. When we go to sleep, we don't know if we're gonna wake up the next day. You feel what I'm saying? We waking up from God, like waking us up, blessing us to see another day.
Yeah.
For free. Like it ain't
Right.
this is what it's about.
Right.
It ain't about the jobs and the bills and all that. It ain't about that. It ain't about nothing else. So everything after that shouldn't be that's the greatest joy you can have. So nothing else can really top that.
Facts.
People don't let the world make them feel like, even though I got that amazing blessing or whatever, you know, I still need to do what I gotta do. I still need to, you know, like.
You know what I'm saying?
Still lost them.
I know some homeless people for sure. I know I have spoke about homeless people before, and I talked about how most homeless people are wise, but trust me, I know a lot of worldly homeless people. Very worldly, you know. And well, I'll take that back. Once upon a time were homeless, you know, and they were very worldly while homeless, and then when they came out of homelessness they became even more worldlier. And it's like, what I mean is, they homeless, they get a job, right? Once they get a job they become stable, and they get so deep into that slavery, work like a slave possession, to the point where they can't stop working, because now they were able to meet their needs through working, to the point where they can't stop. They won't stop. They gotta chase the money. Now they got them a car, you know. Now they got them everything they always wanted now. Now they no longer homeless. For sure, of course. But like, they became so invested in the work life, in the slavery work life, that they ain't gonna never stop, because they afraid to go back to home. See, that's the problem too. People are afraid and they are in fear of being homeless.
People be saying they won't God and all that. Alright, so what if he disconnects you from the world? Is you ready for that?
Exactly.
Is you ready for no phone?
Exactly.
No haircuts, no lines, no phone. Like, you ready for that? Is you ready for nothing?
You know?
You ready for that? Instantly phone. You know, and they get the shortcut.
Right.
And they get the shortcut.
Right.
And now they ain't learned nothing. You know?
People are so ready to. I mean, you know what? When you step outside into the world, honestly, you can feel the anger, the hatred. You can feel the laughs, like the mockery. You can feel it. It's like they became so comfortable with knowing who they are now. They really know who they are. And they know that they're bad people. They okay with that, but they don't want nobody to call them out on it. You know, they talk about it to their friends and they say stuff like, Girl, you know I'm evil. You know the type of stuff I do. So they better stop playing with me. You know, people is just comfortable calling themselves evil.
Definitely manifesting it for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people been manifesting everything that they going through.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like they lost, but they don't know the powers within the tongue.
Right.
Whatever you speak on, you could bring that energy back to you. So you don't want to just say anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, people scared to disconnect from the world.
Mm-hmm.
Called spade a spade. Y'all love this world. Y'all love everything about this world.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you're a person to kill you right now if you call them broke.
Yep.
Right now, 99.9% of the people will kill you right now if you call them broke.
Facts.
That's because that worldly possession that they under is so gone. It's so deep. So deep. And just like dude was saying from Chicago when I was watching this live, we all have been a part of it before.
Yeah.
So people can act like they don't know what we talking about when they do. We all been a part of that, celebrating holidays and going, getting fresh and wanting to be fresh all the time and wanting to make sure you got the Thanksgiving fit, put together right, and making sure we outside partying, no self-control, basically.
Right. And the attention spans is this how you know we living in the days of Noah though. The attention spans is getting so short. That shit, all they had to do for y'all was put 60-second shorts out here, to make y'all just y'all attention span be so damn short. Now, being that they drilled that little short attention span into you to the point where you can't even hold a past 60-second conversation with anybody, they got y'all to the point where y'all only last for like 10 seconds now. You literally can only talk to a person for, matter of fact, 5 to 10 seconds. You can't talk to nobody for longer than that. They will run away from you. Especially if you ain't talking about no money. Especially if you ain't talking about no money. It is a crying shame. But, we already knew what it was in these times. Real talk. We living in the days of Noah. Nobody wants to listen to you. They don't want to hear the truth. They just want to keep partying and living it up. What I say, keep partying, keep living it up until the world ends. Because y'all are sitting back waiting for the world to actually end. Like, I can't even stress this enough. People is like, man, I'm finna sit back, finna just live my life to the world end. I guess the world finna end this time. And it's like, no. The world is already ending. We're living through it. We are, and that's the thing. We have to be grateful for life. Every day. We don't know if we're going to get a chance to wake up in the morning. We don't know that. We got to be very grateful because the world is ending right now and we're living through it. Do you not know how much of a blessing it is to be able to live through these times? Real talk. Do you not know how much of a blessing it is to, not be in certain circumstances where people had lost their lives due to disasters? you know, and just think about it. It could have been you, but it wasn't. You got a chance to be able to get up the next day. And I just feel like a lot of people, aren't thankful for that. They just care about things that's temporary, like materialistic things. It's always about who's richer, who's poorer, who voted for this candidate, who voted for that candidate, who's on this side, who's on that side. The latest celebrity gossip. Um, like it's never about if what was I about to say? I'll be raw. I give it to y'all raw and uncut. When I say that, I'm talking about like raw personality. You know what I'm saying? I stumble over my words and I feel like it is perfectly fine because we are human beings. We are going to stumble over our words. We're going to forget what we say sometimes. Like, I'm a normal person. And I have to call that out. I got to say that because I know that people are so used to. I'm back, y'all. My bad. I had a very important phone call, so can you let me know if you can hear me? Okay, there we go. Where was I? Where was I? I forgot. Oh, I just want to say this too, y'all. Some people is just so evil. So evil. And at times, all you can do is laugh. Because it's like, especially if you already know how people are in these times, because everybody just pretty much acting like everybody got the same damn personality, the same little worldly characteristics. So it just be funny, like, it just be hilarious when you come across a person that think they being evil to you. You just laugh at their asses. It just be hilarious. Like, why you so mad? What's wrong? Is prime example, these customer service agents, they call your phone. When you try to make a call to a customer service representative and then they put you on the list for a call back. When they call back, they be mad at you. You just need help. Damn. Why you mad at me? They afraid to take off work. They scared they gonna get fired. Oh my God. The fact that you have to chase the bag and you afraid to be tripped. You gotta chase the bag and you afraid that it's gonna run so far away from you, you ain't gonna be able to catch it. Then when you finally get to it, you get extremely happy. But when that bag gotta leave your side, when that bag gone, when that bag has dispersed, you are depressed, you are hurt. Is you in love with the bag? He said they so lost they afraid to comment. For real. They do not want to hear my voice, boy. They don't want to hear me. And that's okay. I love the fact that y'all don't want to listen to me. It makes me want to talk more. I mean, you got to think about it. If we can talk to ourselves about certain things, certain situations or whatever, I mean, what I'm finna get mad for if don't nobody want to hear me talk? Shoot, I talk to myself a lot anyway, to be honest. A certain situation that happened to you would just be talking to yourself like, man, what the fuck? Like, what the hell just happened? Like, now why did I just go over there? Why didn't I just, you just talk to yourself a little bit. So, like, why am I pressed about anybody not being here? It is what it is. But it'd be a shame, like when you got close to 4,000 subscribers, you only get one person in your live stream. It'd be crazy. Cause it's like, what y'all subscribe to? Like, what do y'all subscribe for? What do you want to see? What did you intend on seeing?
Well, when it comes to y'all women, y'all already know what they want to do.
No, I'm not about to do my makeup and hair and nails and DIY projects and cooking and, singing and twerking. I'm not finna be doing the latest TikTok trend dances, and I'm not finna do reaction videos. I'm not gonna, no. No. I'm not about to be doing dumb stuff. Let's see how long I can keep this mustard in my mouth. Like, nah, I know y'all want to see some. If I do some dumb stuff, I already know I'm gonna have at least 2,000 people in this live stream. All I gotta do is do some dumb stuff. If I turn this camera on right now, go in the kitchen and pick up a bottle of hot sauce and just drown myself with hot sauce all in my mouth. Boy, I'm talking about when I look at the camera, it's gonna say 3,000 people, and they're gonna love it.
Well, it's easier for women because all y'all gotta do is just be some type of Jezebel.
Right.
You do this, you go
Man,
real fast.
y'all know YouTube starting to be extremely weird now. I had came across this one chick on YouTube, and she had on this little tiny mini skirt with some long, knee-high stockings and some stilettos and a half top with her boobs out. Her behind was out, and she was just crawling all over the floor, showing her. I couldn't even believe YouTube allowed it. She was on live. She was crawling around on the floor, and she had bunnies running around her house. It was so weird. And she grabbed the bunnies and started kissing it. And then, the guys that was in her live stream was just lusting so hard. They was lusting. And I'm like, oh my God, is it that serious? This is really disgusting, though. I couldn't even believe YouTube really allowed that. But you know what? YouTube is another Tubi. Let's be 100. They got free movies on here, just like Tubi. YouTube is, very it's starting to be a lustful site for a lot of creeps. Just like Tubi is when it comes down to the movies. They putting all type of disgusting stuff in these movies, and they are making it to where they are actually having man, it is so sick to see. Like, you don't even have to type in on your phone. You don't have to go to Google and hide away in the shadows and type in the dark, you know what I'm saying, when you alone by yourself and typing in porno sites. You don't even have to do that no more. All you got to do is turn on Tubi, and they gonna have it for you right there. Go to YouTube right there. Matter of fact, go outside your house right there. Go to the grocery stores. They all inside the grocery stores. Get on a bus. Get on a bus. Go to a restaurant. Go sit down and eat. The spirit of Jezebel is everywhere. It's all out there for you now. This world is so sexualized, it don't make no sense. They even sexualize the children. That's how sick it is. When you go on Temu and Sheen or Shine, however you say it, you go on those online sites, they have these models up on there that's dressed so nasty. And I know that the majority of it is AI, you know? I know that it's AI, but it's like, it's so nasty. It's theirs. And then when they let you do the reviews and stuff like that, they allow you to post explicit photos. And I'm looking like, this is insane. This world is so damn sexualized, it don't make no damn sense. They got the little girls on there with little half tops on, little tiny little skirts, and these extremely tight pants and leggings. It's just so nasty. And they're making them available to the creeps. That's how you know pedophilia, we just gonna say that, has been normalized already. It's been normalized already. This is exactly why y'all need to keep y'all guards up. Pay attention to your surroundings. Do not trust this world, bro. I'm literally seeing video footage of men so thirsty for a child that they don't care if the child with their parents, they snatching the kids up with their parents. Because y'all don't be holding y'all kids' hands either. Let's be 100. You let them walk behind you. You let them walk far in front of you. You don't care where they going, where they running to. You don't care. So it makes them available for these little creeps out here. People are so unaware. They have, man, I don't get it. One thing I don't understand is how you can be satisfied enough to be comfortable in around this society and trust in this society that we living in. I don't understand it. Especially with everything that goes on nowadays. Like, how can you be unaware? How? Y'all see this, all this politics stuff, all this was a game. Y'all see that clearly. They making a joke out of this and y'all laughing with them. And they laughing back at y'all. And they like, ha, look at how we got these suckers under our control. They're laughing with us. Instead of, while we're laughing at them. Instead of them being angry at us, they're laughing with us. Yeah, because they know they got y'all under the spell. They got y'all unaware. All they gotta do is put technology out here. See, y'all think that they doing y'all a favor. Y'all think they trying to make y'all happy with this technology. Of course they are. But the thing is, y'all don't even understand that everything that you have inside of your home right now is tracking. It's a tracking device. They're tracking you, they're listening to you, and they're watching you through your devices. And you don't even know because they got you so unaware. They got you happy with what you have. That's all it is. They give you what you want. And they make you happy. You got to think about it too. Think about it this way. With Hollywood, right? With the Hollywood industry. These people, they push their music out here before they get to the industry. They push their music out here, and then a big time producer reach out to them. Now they want to see what they got, what it takes to be a part of this industry. Since you want it so bad, you know. Next thing you know, they talk to you about your contract. They liking what they hear. You sign your name on that dotted line. Now you a part of the industry. Now you got you a little income, a nice amount of money. They give you whatever you want. You got you a house, a car. You ain't got to work. The only work you gonna be doing is in that studio. Whenever you feel like it, possibly. But you living nice. You got your veneers in your mouth now. You know, you got your little, you got your chains, your watches. your nice uh luxury Rolex,
Range Rover.
Range Rover. Man, you living wonderful. You got you a nice man, killing it until
They gotta face themselves.
yep. Because this industry, being a part of that industry, and ran your ass insane to the point where you realize that yeah, you happy about the worldly possessions, but you're not happy with yourself. You're not happy with who you are, who you have became, but you don't want to turn away from it. You afraid of change. You afraid to turn away from it. You're afraid that everybody will laugh at you, mock you, and you will be the latest headlines if you give up everything that you have. You're too worried about what others think about you, so you are afraid to do it. You sold yourself to the industry and you can't leave it alone. You afraid to do it. You afraid of that lonely journey. You afraid to wait for it correctly so it can come to you. You chased after it. You want it, and now you ain't happy with it. Come on now. You chased after it. You want it. Now you ain't happy with it. Now you don't want it anymore. And you would do anything to get out of it, to escape it. Especially if you could do it silently, but unfortunately, all eyes on you. Y'all want the fame so bad. You want the fame so bad till you gotta face yourself. So you gotta sit back and realize, like, damn, who am I for real though? Y'all want the money so bad until you get it and you realize, like, oh my God, I need help mentally. I know something is wrong. But if anybody else call it out, it's a problem. It's a problem. You don't want nobody else to call you out and let you know that they know something is going on with you. You know, it has gotten so bad, so out of control with people's urge to chase up behind something that'll never be able to run, that will never have legs, that will never turn into a human. But see, the humans are turning into the money. You are the money. You are your bank. You might as well say you are the whole Monopoly board. Real talk.
Oh my, do I look like a bank?
Yeah, you look exactly like a bank.
Chase.
For real. Yeah, America. Yeah, TCF.
Definitely do.
Yeah, Huntington. Hello. You are the bank. You are Cash App. You are Chime. What do you mean? You are YouTube Super Chat.
3 months.
You are the money in every angle there is. In every opportunity there is to have some money. You are that. You are your job. You are not you. You are not you who you think you are. I almost just said a random name. I was gonna say you are not Brianna. You are not Chad. You are not Taylor. You are not Peyton. No, I'm just playing. Nah, Peyton, you are. You are you. You are not you. You are not who you think you are. You are your money. You have became your job. You have became the people in your job. Like when you possess with these worldly things and the things that's of this world, you are of this world. Like seriously. It's just as simple as that to me. When you of this world, you literally are of this world. You are everything.
Literally.
For real. You are your TV because you in it all day. Why don't you just step into the damn TV?
You literally are what you put on, because that's all y'all be caring about. I paid $1,800 for this whole outfit.
Right.
Yeah, you are that 1,800.
I mean, people be so far into this that if they even hear about any opportunity there is to get money, meaning if they see a damn ad on their phone to where all you got to do is download an app and play some games to earn some money, they're going to do it. And they're going to become the game because they're going to do it every day. That ad told you that you was going to make $45 the minute that you downloaded your first game and you ain't made it yet.
You ain't made nothing but 27 cents.
You ain't made nothing but 27 cents and you've been playing that game for 5 years. And you're still playing it because you believe someday you're going to get $45. You mad as hell playing the game. Oh my God. Still ain't getting no dollar. Well, you still got the damn game on your phone. You still playing it. And it's like the obligation is real. People are so obligated, it don't make no sense. So obligated. Oh my God. I don't want to go to work. Don't go.
Lay down. I'm tired, man. I'm tired of doing this. Lay down. I can't lay down. Be quiet. You know I can't be quiet. I want to be heard.
You know, people would literally go inside of, matter of fact, hold on, let me rewind. People would be on their way to the store, be talking to themselves in the car like, I promise you, if this line is long, I'm gone. I am not about to stand in this store in no long line. Soon as they walk in the store, they see a long line through every lane there is, a long line. And yet and still, they still shopping. Then they get in the long line and complain. Oh my God, come on.
My thing is, if health is wealth, how come 100% of y'all, by the time you get 50 plus, y'all ain't even, like, your health is so bad from working for 25 years or 15 years or 8 years or whatever, you can't even enjoy your money. Like,
You can't.
so what are you doing it for?
That has to be the ultimate lie that they have told the world. Health is wealth. What? Oh, my bad. You only get healthy when you get wealthy. Is that what we getting at?
You know what? I'm a little older. I probably said, is it wealth is health? Whatever, however the saying go. I'm just saying, my point is,
I heard that saying before though.
yeah, I forgot how it go, but it's like how when there's so many people out here that's unhealthy and financially wealthy.
Yep.
So how is health? How? That don't mean. People just so lost into the world that they don't want to get out, man.
They don't want to get out.
That's why they watch the movie Get Out, because they was trying to tell y'all that y'all need to get
Yep.
out, but y'all still in.
They was trying to show y'all. They tried.
They tried, though.
But
y'all like the movie, though.
But everybody looked past. Everybody ended up looking past all of that, and they was just like, "Oh, it's a race thing." I mean, it to me, I looked at it more so like a brainwashing situation, you know.
Me too.
And just like the movie Them, or what is it, Them, and then the movie Us, like y'all didn't really pay attention to the real thing. You eat your snack. You eat your snack. Yeah, man. We just be trying to wake the world up with some of these
That's
topics
it.
too, though. You
That's
know,
it.
I just feel like people should pay attention to their surroundings, check behind everything, check receipts, read before you sign. I mean, these things should have been taught to y'all when y'all were children, though. That's the thing. These things should have been taught to everybody as children. And I understand that some people's parents or family or whatever didn't bring them up that way. I do understand that for sure, though. But you know, when you become an adult, at some point you should know, okay, I need to read before I sign. At some point you should know that, okay, I need to start checking my receipts, because every time this always happen, when I get home I don't get the amount of food that I paid for. You know, they be cheating me out my money. I mean, as many things has happened to you, it's people that done got robbed at gunpoint and they still be doing the same stuff that uh, got them to the point of being robbed in the first place. Still, people literally will go through something and still not wake up. Look at these YNs out here. They get shot at every day and they still on the block. Risking their lives for the block. But you ain't finna go to Iraq, you know. You ain't finna go to the army or nothing like that. Why not? You on the block. You might as well. Hell no, I ain't finna go to no war. I ain't finna get in no war. Why not? You a part of a war as it is. You into it with the ops. You know, you looking for the ops. The ops looking for you. You represent your block so hard that you willing to die over it. And it is just insane. When you detach away from this world, you start to see everything from a whole nother angle. You start to see and understand everything from a whole nother point of view. When you detach away from this world, you never want to go back into the world, because you know for a fact you will fail yourself if you do that. Some people have detached and went back, you know. And I know a few people, honestly, that I can probably count on my fingers, detached away from the world and went back into the world and never turned away from it again. And it's sad. It is sad. It is sad also seeing people go from being the real them, the authentic them, to just this fake, miserable, narcissistic, evil human being, or I guess entity. I don't know. Because I don't believe that you're human if you are the way that you are in a negative way. People start losing compassion and stuff like that. That is how you know we are really and truly in the very end, y'all. Like when people start losing compassion in their hearts. This world is so evil, man. People will literally like take $5 out your bag and look you dead in your eyes and tell you they ain't do it. And smile in your face and give you advice at the same time.
And tell you they love you.
And tell you they love you. That's how wicked it has
Got your
become.
back forever.
They got your back forever. Then as soon as you lose everything that you got, they block you. Now they blocking your number. That's how wicked this world has become. People will literally watch you drop your wallet on the ground, and then
Granted, pull up and bring
And then when you come to them and say, hey, excuse me, have you seen a brown wallet? They look at you like you crazy. Like, why are you even asking me, have I seen your wallet, even though I seen you drop it? And I picked it up and I got it, but it's man's now. I mean, just a bunch of evil, selfish beings. Real talk. That's why you gotta keep your guard up in this world. Keep your guard up. Don't trust this world that we live in. Real talk. You cannot put no trust in man. Put no trust in man. Unfortunately, it be your own family you can't trust either. And that's the real deal. Now, Lord, a lot of people hate to hear that. Because they just probably make excuses. No, it's just you.
No, that's my brother. You would
You
never
know.
do that.
No, that's just you going through that. That ain't me.
I don't go through that.
I got family that care about me. So you ask yourself, you got to ask yourself, if you have family that care about you, right? If you lose everything that you have right now, could you call any of them to come and stay with them? Could you call any of them and ask them, can they help you get back up on your feet? Would you be a pain in the behind to them? Would you be annoying to them because you need help? Oh, you will find out who really by your side when you lose everything you got. Trust me. You will know who you got then. When a terrible situation happens, you will know exactly who you got then. Some people just so unaware, they don't even want to know if they family members snaking them out. They'd rather they family members keep snaking them out. But yeah, y'all, I'm about to get up off of here. I'll be live again. Hope you guys enjoy watching the replay. If you watch the replay, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and stay in tune. Wake them folks up.